What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, the trade deadline has come and gone, and Kevin Durant is still a member of the Phoenix Suns. Um, Kendrick Perkins, former teammate of Kevin Durant, and now ESPN analyst. I think they were on. They might have been on NBA Today. I'm not sure exactly what program, but anyway, he was on TV today, and he was talking about what are the main problems with the Phoenix Suns. I think that's the topic they're talking about. And Kendrick brought up the lack of leadership shown by Kevin Durant. As one of the main criticisms of Kevin Durant is that he's not a leader. Of course, people love to bring up the fact that his actions toward the end of his tenure with the Thunder when he left in free agency signed with the Golden State Warriors. Now, look, I have my opinion on it from a competitive standpoint. I thought it was weak. I just never seen a guy join a franchise that just defeated you 6 weeks earlier. I just thought from a competitive standpoint that that's terrible. Terrible. I mean, look, people got on Charles Barkley to a certain extent, joining the Rockets in '96, but you can make an argument that wasn't really the same Rockets team because of turnover. It wasn't the same team from the 94-95 season, but whatever. He just said, yeah, KD not a leader. He said that he's the leader. He was the leader, I should say, of those Thunder team. It wasn't Kevin Durant. It wasn't Russell Westbrook, who I think was probably the real alpha on that team. But whatever. Said it wasn't James Harden. He said it was Kendrick Perkins, him. He was the leader of those Thunder teams, which I never heard before. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard that. But anyway, I was waiting for Kevin Durant's response, and he did. He, on Twitter/X, says, I know this may be a reach, but this comment is by far the craziest ish I've seen this week. So, of course, he's saying that he don't agree with that one iota. And to be honest with you, I don't agree with it either. And that's not saying that the leader of a team has to be their best player. Udonis Haslem, okay, was leader, the emotional, spiritual leader of the Miami Heat. But he wasn't their best player by far. Matter of fact, the last few years, man, he wasn't even really playing much. But he hung around because he was so important to the success of the Miami Heat. I mean, look at what happens the first year that he's not there. Look how Jimmy Butler just completely went, off the radar as far as his actions. A lot of that has to do with the fact that, a guy like Udonis Haslem would have kept him more or less in check. But without Udonis Haslem, you saw what happened. I'm going to tell you another guy who was a leader of a franchise, well, not a franchise, excuse me, leader of a team, and people wouldn't think so. Derek Fisher was a leader of the Lakers. He was at least the co-captain along with Kobe Bryant, but in many ways, he was their spiritual leader. You know what I'm saying? Even though he wasn't the best player. So not always is the team's leader or alpha the best player. Oftentimes, the leaders or the guys who tend to be the vocal leaders or the whatever you want to call it, right? Sometimes these guys end up becoming great analysts. Sometimes these guys end up becoming coaches. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Most of your coaches are not superstars. I'm not saying superstars can't be great leaders. Michael Jordan, for instance. Michael Jordan was never, especially early in his career, he was not a rah-rah, lead by my example vocal leader. He was more of a leader by example, but he became a better leader, I would say, under Phil Jackson's tutelage. He started becoming more vocal, and then we started seeing more or less how Michael Jordan was on the court as a leader. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't socialize much with his teammates. Kobe got better in that leadership role too. But Kendrick Perkins, I don't buy that one iota, man. I don't buy that one iota that he was a leader of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Kendrick and KD been going at it for a while. You know what I'm saying? I remember Kendrick Perkins came at Kyrie Irving with that insulting remark about if you took Kyrie's brain and put it in a bird, it would fly backwards, which was so insulting. And then Kendrick, got upset when KD called him a sellout because that's just how he felt. Because you go on national TV, you telling house secrets about what happened behind the scenes. You're supposed to be a leader, but you're going on TV and revealing information that happened behind the scenes in the locker room. Come on, man. Then you go on national TV next day crying and whining, talking about how y'all had shared this emotional moment from 15 years ago, whatever the hell it was, and how you fed him oxtails and macaroni and cheese and whatever crap it was you was talking about. And y'all been going back and forth on Twitter, I think it was, talking about how you only averaged 2 points and 3 rebounds in a crucial, critical series. I say he could have averaged that little. I looked it up. He damn sure did only average 2 points and 3 rebounds. Like, god damn. Then you called KD. You're still talking about that weakest move. It's like, man, whatever, man. I agree with KD at this point, though. On this situation, I definitely agree with KD. I don't buy that Kendrick Perkins was the leader of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I think he was the leader of when he was with the Thunder was either DNPs or most minutes played without scoring points. That's about it. Maybe the leader of foul outs. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my take on it, man. That's my take. Tell me what you guys think.